What do Loba and Revenant both have in common? They both really want Revenant to die. Like, seriously.
Why can't I just die already?
Revenant is so fed up with living and coming back to life over and over again that it's almost the perfect plot piece for Loba and Revenant to team up on a mission to make sure he never comes back again. So to explain this theory, we first have to delve a little deeper into the recent trailer because it leaves some subtle clues as to what's about to happen in Season 5 and beyond. Okay, so for those that don't know, Revenant is a simulacrum. Simulacrums are essentially the consciousness of a human uploaded to a robot body. Now, we never really knew how that worked before, but recent teasers explained it perfectly. Revenant's head, his real human head, along with his spine and central nervous system, is attached to a machine. This machine then transports Revenant's mind into a new shell, basically, so each time he gets shot or killed, he really feels it. Now, the idea was that this human hitman would be uploaded to new bodies over and over to carry out the dirty work for the Syndicate. Eventually, the programming failed, Revenant realized who he truly is, and now Revenant is essentially just living the life of the boogeyman, going around killing and scaring because, well, he has nothing better to do really. But here's the thing, when Loba went into the bunkers deep under King's Canyon, she panicked. She could have destroyed his head right there and then, but in a moment of anger, she tried to shoot Revenant's head. A security system started up, and Revenant's head was literally teleported to another planet. This time, Samathi, the hometown for Octane and Lifeline. It's very likely the hunt for this head will carry us into a new map in Season 6. Not confirmed, but likely. I mean, listen to this.
Two of the planets in the Outlands are listed here. The production's in Solace, which is right over here on the left in the red. And then on the right, Samathi is also a planet.
Interesting. So would we ever see Samathi ever?
Maybe.
Ooh.
How are we going to get to the point where we travel to Samathi? What story elements will play out? And most importantly, what about Revenant? The rivalry between Loba and Revenant is strong. How are they going to play alongside each other in the games? Well, here's my theory. Whilst Loba is playing in the games, she realizes something about Revenant. It's not really his fault he's programmed the way he is. I mean, of course she's always going to have a hatred for him, but the majority of that anger and lust for revenge will be directed towards the true monster, the Syndicate, the organized crime mob that literally governs the Outlands, the same crime mob that made her parents go away, and the same one that forced her into a life in a foster home, trying to hide her away from her past. Now let's jump back to Revenant quickly. Revenant did a lot of research on himself too, wanting to enact revenge and destroy his creators, but Revenant's own security system is so strong that it's almost impossible to even get to his own head to put an end to it all. In fact, the Syndicate themselves think it's pretty impossible. It's a self-defending system that has no real built-in override, and that means Revenant is sort of just AWOL out there. So that's why they brought him into the game, so he's not out there killing more Syndicate members. Now here's the thing, Loba has cracked the case. She knows how to get in there and end it, but she panicked. She had a moment of anger, shot the face, it didn't go well for her. So what if Revenant and Loba realized their common enemy and joined together to fight against the Syndicate and put an end to Revenant's life? Well, that's where they realized they need to travel to Samathi. Now, there are a couple plot holes in this whole thing that I hope we'll understand soon. For one, why did the Apex Games competitors go back to King's Canyon in the Season 5 trailer? I don't get that, but maybe it's just the King's Canyon Arena has been open for games again, and why after spending her life stealing riches has Loba suddenly decided to join the Apex Games instead of fighting to destroy Revenant? I don't get that either. Maybe she wants to get closer to Revenant to learn his secrets. I mean, that could make sense, as weird as it sounds. Finally, why would the Apex Games creators let the competitors go to Samathi when they know full well they have a Revenant hiding there underground? Well, it kind of makes sense actually. The Apex Games creators decide to set up a new arena on Samathi because they also want Revenant to be destroyed. They just put him into the games so they didn't do more damage to the Syndicate, but they know full well he's a big threat. So if Loba and Revenant want to go on a crazy journey to end Revenant's life, then the Syndicate may as well support it because they don't have the guts to try and do it themselves. Meanwhile, they set up a new arena on Samathi to cover their tracks. So in Season 5, we'll go on this Season 5 quest that may explore the lore behind Loba's journey to find Revenant's head. And then in Season 6 trailer, we'll be headed straight to Samathi in a new map with a new season quest that will develop the story further. The developers keep hinting we'll be getting more story elements in-game in Season 5 and beyond, so I think that's the most solid theory we've got right now. Of course, Season 5 is only a week away, so we won't have to wait too long to find out the truth, but it's great to theorize and try to figure out what's happening. Another thing is the fact that if Loba wants to kill Revenant, what happens to him in the game? Well, I would say that it's unlikely that Revenant will ever actually die. I think along the way, as they explore the lore more and they go through their journey together and Loba and Revenant have some time to get to know each other in a weird way, they will realize they have a common enemy, a common goal, and Loba will have it in her to realize that she needs Revenant to help defeat the Syndicate. She needs him, and there's no way she's going to put an end to him when he's literally an immortal murder robot that can respawn and come back to life over and over again. Maybe, just maybe, Crypto might just join up and help Loba to hack Revenant, to give him some more control over who he is. Who knows? That's just a theory, of course. I'm just trying to see where we can go with these theories here. And I think that overall, there's this ongoing story arc that will play out, which is kind of like the collapse of the Syndicate in a way. We have these characters in the games which are building up this vengeance and revenge to take down the Syndicate. And I think we'll actually see that story evolve over the coming seasons. And although there may never really be a true end to it, I definitely think this story going on is going to be so much more important in the future, and I really cannot wait to see it more and see it evolve. What I really like about the story as it is currently and over the past couple seasons is this evolving storyline is clear to me. Everything that's happening, all of the characters have a purpose and they fit into the story. I was worried that all of the characters would have their backstories and they'd have this revenge story or whatever that may be, and eventually we would just hear nothing of that. They would have this kind of, interesting story, but it would never go anywhere, and in the gameplay you'd never see anything else. And to me, that whole thing's a bit disappointing, because you invest yourself in the story, these characters, you're really excited to know what happens next, but it's a live multiplayer game and it's hard to really develop that. But it's very clear the developers have a clear plan, and they always have, and the story elements are only coming out now. Now, if you haven't seen, both Staycation and Kangaroo have done some really good interviews with the writers and also one of the animators that worked on Apex Legends. So if you want to learn more about the little pieces of lore, I'd highly recommend going watching their videos. Recently, Kangaroo did an interview with Tommy Casiello and Moi Para, which are both Respawn devs, and they talked more about there's so much stuff they want to share, so much stuff that they can't, because obviously they've got to keep it secret till it comes out, but there is definitely an evolving story and we're going to see that over time. And they also said some interesting stuff, for example how Revenant's ability works, the ultimate, which seems to make no sense. We're going to learn about that when a new character comes into the game in the future, and that'll explain it, but essentially it's not really paranormal. There's some smoke and mirrors there. Revenant is a bit of an edgelord basically, but either way, yeah, there's tons of stuff to talk about. I have so many unanswered lore questions that I would love to ask the developers. So if any developer is watching this video and you can hook me up, I would love to do an interview too. I'd love to speak to the devs about the lore. I made many theory videos and I'm just starving for a story in this world, I guess. So now that we're finally getting to see some more in-depth lore, I'm super hyped. I'm so happy. You're all doing such a great job. And to the viewers, thank you so much for watching. I'll be covering all of the Season 5 content as it goes live. On the launch day, I plan to do an overview of the season, all of the new changes, and then we'll be live streaming. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that notification, because we are going to be having a great time. We're going to have a lot of fun here. Thank you everyone so much for the support. It's been really great. I cannot thank you all enough. I'll see you all in the comments. Let me know what you think about this theory. Let me know if you have any other theories about Season 5 and beyond, and any other details you may have noticed in the trailer that nobody else has really talked about. I'm very curious to see what you have to say. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more content, I am currently doing a sort of Apex training series in my members area, so it's just $2.99 a month to join, and I'll be adding new videos every week, and you can talk with me and ask me what videos or tips you want me to create, and I'll make videos specially created for the members, so yeah, definitely sign up for that.